Welcome to another episode of Black Span. And today I kind of want to talk about colorism. This is going to be a mini segment that I'm going to do on the issue. And not because it's a hot topic in the community, it's an issue in the community. And no one is talking about it from a realistic perspective. Today I want to talk about the myth or the BS excuse that a lot of my mixed brothers and sisters give, saying that, oh, I'm not white enough for a white community, I'm not black enough for the black community. That's some bullshit. You may not be white enough for the white community, but why would you want to be in the white community if you have any type of black lineage? Now, if you don't have a speck of black or you just look exotic, then of course you're in your own race called the mixed race. You know, what was it? Was it Reagan? Or who came after Reagan? Was it Reagan or one of those Bushes that put forth that mixed race and start putting that on applications so it won't be so many black people in the census? Because we are the majority, no matter how many times they try to manipulate and give us a new name and say, oh, we're multicultural, multiracial, and all this other stuff. We are definitely the predominant race. And I believe that our mixed brothers and sisters have the unique and innate ability, and they often do. They're black when it's convenient, and then they want to be exotic when it's convenient and not claim us at all. So number one, that's a problem. But right now I want to talk about parent responsibility. Number one, if your parent chose to enter that interracial relationship with no regard to the children and the lineage and how the children are going to be affected and how they're going to grow up, how they're becoming looking at society and all of their stuff, then that's on you. Because when I chose a mate, I was definitely thinking about the children I was going to have. Again, you know me, I've never dated outside my race. That's not something I'm interested in. That's not something that I do. Now, anyway, and I think that there's a large parent responsibility there. Because whenever your child feels like they're not black enough for the black community, where do they normally get those ideas from? Those initial ideas actually come from the home. So it's up to the parent to say, hey, you got a little of this and you a little of that in you, but this is what you are. This is your identity. You know what I mean? If you give them that confidence in their identity growing up, then they're going to always stick to that identity. There's not going to be don't let them think that they're being bullied because they're mixed or because they're light-skinned. You may just be being bullied because how are you acting? What is the persona and the vibe that you're putting out? And then not only what's the persona and the vibe that you're putting out, but what the persona and vibe that you're putting out, but are you just being regular kid bully? Because that is a problem within our social infrastructure, no matter what color you are. Bullying is real. Kids are mean. People say it all the time. And that comes from lack of home training. So let's not tell your kids, for example, how Hazel E said she was always picked on because she was light-skinned. I think she was picked on because she was a bitch. And then her mom would always tell her that it's because you're light-skinned, baby, they jealous. You see what I'm saying? Stop telling your kids that, and then they won't have that I'm better than you attitude when they grow up. You know what I mean? Give them a sense of pride. All these dark-skinned black men out there don't want to have dark-skinned babies. And it's not because they were made fun of because they were kids. That's a self-esteem issue within themselves. I'm not even going to call it self-hate. It's a lack of self-esteem and self-confidence. So they feel like if they have a child that looks way better than them, they will have a better shot at socializing. So we kind of have to build our young brothers and sisters up and build our kids up. And don't tell them that, hey, what I know is, I'm going to get off track real quick. Well, I noticed that a lot of the lighter tone, whether they're biracial or not, they can just have two black parents and still come out light-skinned. I've seen it happen. One of my clients, Alexa, she has two black parents, and she is light, honey. But you can't not tell her she is not a queen, baby. So, we have to kind of, I don't want to say that you guys are not guiding your children appropriately. We have to kind of give them more self-esteem other than their looks. Don't build them up and tell them, oh, you're beautiful, oh, you have good hair, and this and that. I find that a lot of times it's only the dark-skinned parents' children who are always told that they're smart, that they can do anything, that they are go-getters. And then the parents of our light-skinned children only tell them that they're pretty. You know, that's crazy to me. And I kind of been noticing that just as in me doing these videos to start paying more attention to the compliments and stuff that we give our children and what we say to them and stuff like that. Y'all, like, I have a niece. She is very fair-skinned. Everybody always tells her she's pretty. I have never been anywhere with her where, and this is within her own immediate family, where they tell her how smart she is. Oh, hey, you so pretty. Yo, you dress so nice. You see what I'm saying? So we kind of have to get out. That's the reason why a lot of our light-skinned brothers and sisters grow up with that I'm better than you attitude, or I'm prettier than you attitude. My hair is better than yours attitude, because that has been drilled in them their entire lives. Whereas we don't instill that same type of beauty in our dark-skinned children. We tend to tell them more that they're smart, they're so well-read, or they dress nice or something like that. It's not so much as you're beautiful, I love your hair, and stuff of that nature. He said, my daughter is fairer than me, but I give her compliments both ways. I tell her how beautiful she is, and I tell her how smart she is. I love your hair. I love your natural afro. Oh, girl, you rocking that fro today, honey. Spray it, baby. It's shining. One day I was walking behind my daughter, and her hair was literally twinkling like the fucking stars. Have you ever just moisturized your hair? And then, you know, she loves to wear that band, and then she pulls it up or whatever, and then there's just a big old puff right there. And it was like twinkling. It looked like diamonds, like stars, like a poof. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, girl, you is really out here shining on them boys today. You is shining, girl. You know, we have to give our children that type of confidence so that they don't battle each other based upon hue when they do go to school. And when your asshole child is going to bully someone who's light-skinned, they're not going to call them white or nothing like that. They may say, oh, bitch, you stupid, or you can't dress, or you stink, or, you know, those normal caps that you do a person. But for you to, and I'm not saying it's acceptable, I'm just saying we have to kind of change the psychology of our children. And that's where that parent responsibility comes from. All these light-skinned girls ain't thinking that they better than you because, and I'm not saying it's all of them, I'm just saying this is an issue that we're having in our community. A lot of light-skinned girls won't grow up thinking that they better than you. You know what I mean? If their parents didn't drill that into them in the first place. You know what I mean? And a lot of dark-skinned people won't be feeling so inferior to light-skinned people if their parents hadn't been drilling the inferiority into them in the first place. You see what I'm saying? They get it at home, or lack of confidence instilled in them at home. Then when they get around that fair-skinned person that's talking down on their color, calling them midnight or crunchy black or something like that. You know what I mean? It affects them more in the long run, and then they just be that light-skinned bitch or that dark-skinned bitch. You see what I'm saying? So we have to kind of nip that in the bud and stop that shit as parents. If you have light-skinned children right now, parents, let your light-skinned child know that they are beautiful, but they're also smart. They're kind. They're generous. They're going to be somebody. When people always tell your daughter how beautiful she is, your son how handsome he is, you know how we are with our compliments. We see light skin, we automatically equate that to the European standard of beauty. And since that's drilled in our head, they're automatically that beautiful, just as beautiful as white people are. You see what I'm saying? So we kind of have to nip, hey, my daughter is beautiful. Thank you for the compliment, but she's also very smart. Especially if these are family members that are doing this. You feel free to check your family and say, hey, don't just tell my daughter she's cute. Make sure you tell her how smart she is. Make sure you tell her how beautiful she is. A true story. I'm gonna do a little story time here, just real quick, 2 minutes. My ex-husband's side of the family, they're all permed out, pressed out. I don't care if they hair is thinning and going bald. If they gonna perm it, they gonna straighten it. No one on his side of the family. I haven't met not one natural person on his side of the family. With that being said, they are I'm just gonna make it to this one story. Her grandmother always have something to say about her hair. So, and she was like, you're not going to comb it, make it look neat or something. I'm like, that's how an afro looks. I have to constantly explain that to her. That's how an afro looks. That is neat. That hair is conditioned. It's shining. It's moisturized. It's detangled. It's pulled back. The edges slayed, honey. That's how an afro looks. And I had to explain that to her. And then one day I just put aside and said, look, if you're not going to compliment her hair, don't say nothing about her hair, because you don't understand. It doesn't mean that it's just because it's not straightened and all that stuff, that doesn't mean it doesn't look good. And I don't want you to give my daughter a complex about her hair because you always talking shit about it. I had to just pull it to the side and say that. Check people about your goddamn kids. Don't just let them tell your light-skinned child that she's cute all the time. Let them know, hey, my daughter's smart too. Next time you see her, make sure you let her know that as well. You know what I mean? Because if just think about it, if people only told you that you was beautiful your whole life, and that's the only thing you feel good about yourself, just imagine what that does to yourself. All you are is cute. All you are is a face. All you are is a body. You just fetishized from childhood. You know what I mean? Then you gonna hate that dark-skinned brother or sister because you know that they not only are they cute, not only do they look good, but damn, they smart. They some fucking geniuses. They're ingenuitive. You know what I mean? Their hair stand up and mine don't. You know, you gotta understand, light-skinned people don't necessarily think that they're better than dark-skinned people. A lot of them wish they had that darker hue. Wish they had that 4C hair that stands up. You can do all this other shit with. You know what I mean? They ain't got the perm rod just to make it, you know what I mean, stand up and all that their stuff. So we got to embrace them, let them know we love them, especially the ones that are in exotic and multiracial. They got 2 black parents at home. These are your brothers and sisters. They are black. They just of lighter hue. You got to bring them in and tell them that you love them. The same thing for my light-skinned brothers and sisters. You got to bring them in, let them know. I mean, my dark-skinned brothers and sisters, bring them in, let them know you love them. Light-skinned, bring them in, let them know you love them, you respect them, and teach that to your children. If you catch, well, if you are a parent of a light-skinned child and you excuse me, you know I'm congested. You check your children when they're starting, when you hear them capping, posting, or talking shit about another black person's hue. Kids gonna be kids, you know. Of course, you're gonna check them about talking about them, period. But make sure you let them know, hey, don't be talking about them because of what color they are. Are you crazy? You black too. Y'all gonna go through the same goddamn struggles. Well, one may be fetishized, one may be intellectually abused, where one may be popularized in the community, the other one may feel like they're overshadowed, or the other one may be used for that same thing. Remember, there's a lot of people that like dark-skinned meat, honey, and then it has a. I remember when I was younger. I'm not a millennial. When I was younger, there was this thing where you would fuck a light-skinned girl and take a dark-skinned girl home. That shit is crazy. That's crazy. All light-skinned girls are hoes and want to be fucked all the time and stuff. You can take them home too. You know, nowadays millennials taking hoes home, but prior to that, you fucked the hoe because she's been fetishized and given this European standard of beauty, etc., etc. So, you know what I'm saying, they tend to be the hoes getting fucked all the time. Then when somebody get married, they say, no, you know, he like dark-skinned girls. You see what I'm saying? But that comes from home. It is a parental responsibility. And we, as parents, have to own our partnership within the colorism issue, within the colorism realm, because we are letting it be an issue because we're not raising our kids any differently. The very definition of insanity is doing the same shit over and over and over again, expecting a different result. You know, yeah, we can say this shit come from Willie Lynch and all that there stuff. Yeah, that was, we've been free for 152 years now, and yet and still we are still on that same separatist bullshit because we are raising our children to be separate. We raise them to be separate. So at one point, are we going to tell our children, hey, man, don't be making fun of her because she dark-skinned? You know what I mean? What if she got a stutter? What if she got lips? You don't like it? You want to talk about it? Whatever. So, matter of fact, don't even talk about her. Run it. If you're not willing to fight her, then maybe it's not even worth you talking about her. If you don't like her, just don't fuck with her. What about all the people you do like? Let's talk about them. Let's start accentuating the positive. Let's start changing the way we raise our children, both light-skinned and dark-skinned, so that the dark don't feel inferior and the light don't feel superior. I'm not saying there are some dark-skinned people who don't feel superior to light-skinned people, but that's not the norm. Even in school, you know, the popular girls are the light-skinned girls with the quote-unquote good hair. You know what I mean? And the cool girls are the dark-skinned girls. So we kind of have to switch that up, and that we'll break that systemic I know y'all heard that. We'll break that systemic issue in our community once we start rearing our children different. Once we start thinking different. Tell yourself you more than just somebody. Not only are you light-skinned and beautiful, but you smart. You entrepreneur. You got all this going on for yourself. And if you get it with a man and he's only with you because you light-skinned, drop that 0. Drop that 0. You know what I mean? Because that's not going to be a happy trail for you, dear. Drop them. Get somebody that loves you and wants to be with you for you. Not just because of your genotypical features. You know, I had a cousin. She loves to say she's brown skinned and she would not admit that she's dark. And a guy told her, if you was a little bit dark, I would not be with you. And she messed with him for a couple years after that. I would have dropped him just like that. What you mean? So you only with me because of how I look? You have to stop dating people just as with you just because of how you look. Okay? Especially our men, dark-skinned men. This last 2 minutes is for you. You are beautiful. And I want some more of you in the world. Please stop trying to breed out your dark. And stop it. Just stop it. There's so many women that would love to give birth to somebody who is just as handsome as you are. With your exact aesthetic. You've got to love yourself enough to know that you are handsome, that you are smart, and you are worth procreating and having someone that looks just like you. All my brothers that think like Kodak Black. Yes. And he's not the only one. You know what I mean? All my brothers that think like that. Hey, come on, man. You're beautiful. Don't let the bullying, the teasing and stuff stop that. Everybody gets teased about something. We want your babies, honey. We want dark-skinned, beautiful babies all day long. All day, honey. So, yes, that's for you, kid. Mwah. And now, in closing, I just want us to kind of reflect on how we're raising our children. Check our people in our family and our surroundings who's only telling our children that they look good. You know, if the only compliment this person is giving your child that they're cute, then 86 that shit in the bud. I do it all the time. Whenever people just want to tell my daughter she's cute, baby, please. You gonna tell her she pretty. You gonna tell her her hair look good. You gonna tell her she dressed nice, that she's smart, that she reads well, that she write good. You gonna compliment my daughter mentally and physically, and come back to the mental. That's what you gonna do. I'm not with that bullshit. Okay. So, I love you guys. This is a Black Span. Ooh, ooh. And I'm out. Stay tuned for the next video. Okay, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my followers up because I kind of want to do this as a full-time job. I have some hour-longs that I want to start posting, but I want to get this popping because I really love doing this. I really, really do. It's fun to kind of share things that I've learned throughout my consciousness and my growth, and I just kind of want you to come with me. You know what I mean? Hey, comment, tell me what you think. How do you feel? I love to know. Thank you. This is Nikki, and I'm out. Mwah.